Hi everyone, welcome back to A Digital Artist in Progress and another monthly goals video. In today's video, I will be going over my September goals as I try to become a professional digital artist. Here on my channel, I share my journey of learning digital art from scratch and how I am going to build an online digital art business. In today's video, I will recap everything that happened in August, my goals, and if I achieved them, talk about my experience, and let everyone know what I plan to do this month in September and what I hope to achieve. So stick around and let's get started. So let's start with an August goals recap. As always, I start my goals with a theme as a category to help me focus my goals and what I'm going to study for the month. For my digital art journey, in August, the goal was henna art. I wanted to learn the basic strokes and to learn to create them in Procreate and make art with henna designs using Procreate. For my online art business, I wanted to create a product. Not just any product, I specifically chose to create a product that I could sell in my shop online. So with those themes in mind, I created goals. For my digital art journey, I wanted to take 2 Intro to Henna Art Skillshare classes and use a couple of YouTube tutorials to learn how to digitize henna art and create it in Procreate. And then I would show my progress by creating one final piece in Procreate. In order to hold myself accountable, I filmed it and posted it here on my YouTube channel with Study With Me vlogs. And yes, I did reach this goal. Henna art was very beautiful and captivating, and once I learned the basic strokes, creating my own pieces with it flowed very naturally, and I was very creative. So I would say that this was 100% a success, and I can add skills from henna art into my own style and grow from there. So I've now added those skills to my repertoire, and it is something that I definitely want to revisit in the future and use. For my online art business, I chose to create a product, and specifically, I had the goal to create a 25-page Zentangle art coloring book. I did not reach this goal. Well, I kind of did. So I did create a 25-page coloring book in the month of August, but it wasn't using Zentangle art. I actually fell in love with henna art and discovered a particular kind of art that you see a lot with henna, which are mandalas, and learned how to make them. They were actually really easy and very beginner friendly, and I learned how to make them in Procreate and just kind of fell in love with the creativity and the fun and all the different techniques that go with creating mandalas. And I decided, instead of making a Zentangle art coloring book, that I would make a mandala coloring book using my henna designs. So I'm going to say that I hit it 90% out of the park. I did learn how to create a coloring book. I did create 25 individual designs and pieces for it, and I did focus and truly like put my skills to work in creating a product I could sell. It wasn't the product that I originally thought it would be, but it is something that I am very proud of and that I put a lot of work into. So 90% out of 100, I still got an A, just not an A+. Overall, I think that my August goals were perfect. I used the SMART goals method in creating my goals. So I was very specific and realistic, and I made sure that the goals were achievable. I was very detailed and specific in creating the goal so that I knew exactly what I was striving for. I decided that I was going to focus on a project, and I spent my entire month doing things related to and focused on that project. But there were some downsides. I didn't really have a plan for how I was going to make this project happen. I just knew I had to do it. So at the beginning of the month, I just got started, and I made like one or two Zentangle art pages, but I didn't really have any idea of what it took to create a coloring book and what was needed to create a coloring book. And that lack of knowledge really slowed me down. I had to spend many days researching instead of creating and drawing. And because my goal was 25 pages, those days when I wasn't drawing really made the days when I was drawing very, very, very important. I put a lot of pressure on myself on the days when I was creating versus the days when I was learning and researching. So if I had to say, like, give myself a grade for August, it'd be probably like a 3.5 out of 5. I set really ambitious goals and I achieved those goals, but I did not do anything to like help make it easier for myself. I wouldn't say that they were, I wouldn't say that like my approach was realistic, even though the goal itself was realistic. I wouldn't say my approach was, because really like there were just too many knowledge gaps for me to fill in the time frame that I had. So I would give myself a 3 out of 5 on how I actually did for my August goals. And what I learned was that while I've learned how to create good goals, I need to learn how to manage them. So for September, I wanted to work on this thing I call goal management. And it's really about how you create a system to actually achieve your goals. So in SMART goals, the A stands for achievable. And I thought that meant something that could be done within the time frame given. But I'm learning that it actually means something that can be done with the skills and the knowledge that you have already or available to you. And I realized in August that my knowledge gaps was making my goal less and less achievable every day. So this month, I want to change the A from achievable to actionable, where I create goals and a goal management system, or what I like to call an action plan, to implement in order to reach my goals. So when using goal management, what you're really looking for is to have your SMART goal where it's clearly defined, very specific, and then breaking it down into actionable steps that you can create to-do lists for every day or every week that you can check off. And as you go through that to-do list or that action plan, it's bringing you closer to your overall goal, making it not only achievable, but technically an actionable and realistic goal. So, with all that being said, here are my themes for my September goals. So, my theme for my digital art journey is digital hand lettering. Digital hand lettering is technically the art of writing where you turn words and the actual writing into art or pretty visuals. Most commonly, you can think of those wacky fonts in Microsoft Word, or you can think of calligraphy on invitations. All of that fancy script is hand lettering, or technically artful writing. And you can do that digitally because basically you're just turning words into art. Like when you look at those really old books and the capital letters are like really colorful with these filigree designs around them, that's calligraphy, that's hand lettering, and that is the art of writing. And my theme for my digital art business is find a niche. So, I now have a product, but I need to sell that product and I don't know how. What I do know about marketing and selling things is that it's easier to target a specific group, and those groups are called niches. So for instance, my blog is about digital art. Art itself is a big topic, but digital art is a niche, or like a small group or category that is inside the entire topic of art. I want to learn and find a niche to sell my henna art coloring book to in my online shop. It's easier to sell something if you know who you're trying to sell it to, or if you know who would like the product. I mean, I'm not like a great saleswoman, so I'm not out here trying to sell ice to an Eskimo. I just want people who want what I have and I want to provide it to them, basically. So if you want it, I want to be able to give it to you, but I have to find the people that want what I have, and that is basically what niching is, and finding a niche. So finally, let's talk about my September goals. They're actually pretty straightforward and easy. They're directly linked to my theme. So for September, my digital art goal is to take one Skillshare class on Intro to Hand Lettering on Procreate, and to learn the basic skills for digital hand lettering. I will hold myself accountable by filming study with me vlogs on my YouTube channel, and to mark my progress, I will create 2 art pieces in Procreate using the skills that I've learned from digital hand lettering and combining them with other art forms that I have learned on this journey. And my goal for my online art business is directly related to my theme. I will define a niche and ideal customer to sell my coloring book. So, using YouTube tutorials and Skillshare classes for selling art online, specifically print on demand. So from my initial research, I have learned that finding niches is a specialty in the print on demand community. So I will follow YouTube channels that focus on print on demand and learn about niches and niching down, and to help me first find a niche for my coloring book, and 2, find the customer that will buy my coloring book. To complete this goal, I will create a ideal customer avatar for the type of person I want to buy my coloring books. And there we have it. Those are my September goals. The one thing, reflecting on these goals, the one thing that I'm really proud of is that I can see now how my art and my business goals are aligned, and they are all getting me closer to becoming a profitable artist. At first, I thought I had to keep them separate in order to make sure that my creativity wasn't being like dampened and like broken by all of the technical business stuff. And I thought that my creativity would make me mismanage my business. But now I'm learning and seeing like through the clarity that my art is my business, and therefore they were naturally aligned and they could not hurt each other because they build upon each other. Every piece of art that I make, every art form that I learn is just another tool for my business, and it just helps my business grow and thrive. So yeah, I'm really excited. Before I had to start, then I had to keep the ball rolling, and now I'm feeling like the ball has gone on a train, and the train is headed just 60 miles per hour going north, and we're just speeding up. So no brakes, no stops, non-stop bullet train to the finish line. And I just can't wait to finally be able to tell you guys that I have sold my first piece of art and that I am a professional digital artist. So stay tuned. I will see you guys next month in October, and I'm just really excited. Anyways, I hope you all enjoy your month of September. Please come join me for my Study With Me and Work With Me vlogs. Let's be creative together. Let's create art and make money. Bye. Happy creating.